A Peshwa is the titular equivalent of a modern prime minister. They were leader in military expeditions and great strategist and expanded Maratha Empire. The founder of the Maratha Empire, Chhatrapati Shivaji Raje Bhonsale, created the Peshwa designation in order to more effectively delegate administrative duties during the growth of the Maratha Empire. The first Peshwa was Moropant Pingale, who was appointed as the Prime Minister of the Council of Eight by Shivaji Maharaj. The Peshwas were all ministers who initially started as the chief executives to the king. The Peshwas held the highest administrative office and also controlled the Maratha Confederacy. Under the Chitpavan Brahmin Bhat family, they became the de facto hereditary administrators of the Maratha Empire from 1718 till its end in 1818. Under Peshwa administration and with the support of several key generals and diplomats, the Maratha Empire reached its zenith, ruling most of the Indian subcontinent landmass. It was also under the Peshwas that the Maratha Empire came to its end through its formal annexation into the British Empire by the British East India Company in 1818. The title of Peshwa, the word Peshwa is from Persian u3/4 wo section Peshwa, meaning foremost, leader. After his coronation in Shivaji Maharaj in 1674, he appointed Moropant Trimbak Pingale as the first Peshwa. Shivaji Maharaj renamed this designation as Pant in 1674, but this term is less commonly used. Today, the surname Peshwa, or Peshwa, is found both among Chitpavan's Deshmukh clan, notably Bajirai, Deshasthas, as well as some Maratha families of Vidarbha. They were also known as kings. Moropant Pingale, the first Peshwa, was Moropant Trimbak Pingale. His son, Nilapant Pingale, also served as Peshwa after his father's death in 1683. Ramchandra Pant Amatya, the second Peshwa, Ramchandra Amatya, received royal status from Chhatrapati Rajaram as Hukamashpana from 1689 to 1699. He was a sound administrator who rose from the level of a local Kulkarni to the ranks of Ashtapradhan due to guidance and support from Shivaji. Amatya is a Sanskrit term denoting counselor, guide, supervisor or overseer of both personal and governmental affairs. He recaptured many forts from the Mughals between 1690 and 1694, some in person, as well as personally conducting guerrilla war techniques. When Chhatrapati Rajaram fled to Jinji in 1689, before leaving from Maharashtra, he gave Hukamashpana to Pant. Ramchandra Pant managed the entire state under many challenges such as the Mughal influx, the betrayal of Vatandas, and scarcity of food. With his help, Sakiv kept the Maratha state on a sound economic footing. Pant got tremendous military help from Santorji Korpad and Hanaji Jadov, the great Maratha warriors. Many times he directly participated in war, especially during 1689–1695. He personally recaptured many forts in South Maharashtra from the Mughals and played a role of shadow king in the absence of Chhatrapati Rajaram. In 1698, he happily stepped down from the post of Hukamashpana, and Rajaram offered this post to his wife Tarabai. Tarabai gave an important position to Pant in the senior administration of Maratha state. He wrote a book called Adnapatra Aaa Currency a Yen Euro a Currency Oia Yen a Currency Aaa Yen, which explained different techniques of war, maintenance of forts and administration etc. The concepts in Adnapatra and the wisdom and leadership of Tararani greatly helped the Maratha Empire in building the foundation of state. As he was more loyal to Tararani than Shahu, he was sidelined after the arrival of Chhatrapati Shahu. Later, the Peshwa post was given to Balaji Vishwanath in 1713. Ramchandra Pant died in 1716 on Panhala Fort. Parashuram Trimbak Kulkarni, who later became the Jugurda of Aund state. He was instrumental in holding the Fort Panhala against Aurangzeb. Though he lost the fort then, he recaptured it in 1692. He also captured territories between Miraj and Fort Rangana and also Bhutargad, Shandangad, Pavangad, Satara and Vasantgad. He continued his loyalty towards Tarabai much to the chagrin of Shahu. Shahu imprisoned him twice between 1710–14. but his life was spared by Shahu because of the intervention of Kando Bala, who reminded his king of Parashuram Trimbak's contribution to the Maratha cause. Parashuram Trimbak continued holding the position of Pant Pratinidhi in the time of Tarabay until his death in 1718. He was succeeded by his son Srinivasarao, also known as Shripatrao, who continued, albeit as the feudatory Jagirdar of Shahu's Bhat family. The position moved to the Chitpavan Brahmin Bhat family of Srivardhan in the Konkan region, upon appointment of Balaji Vishwanath as Peshwa by the 4th Chhatrapati Shahu in 1713. The appointment of his son, Baji Rao I, as Peshwa in 1719 by Shahu made the position hereditary in the Bhat family. Baji Rao proved his loyalty and patriotism by controlling the feudal chieftains who wanted independence from the Maratha Empire. The rebellion of General Trimbak Rao Darpade, the Senapati, over Chhatrapati of Gujarat is one example of such internal Maratha feuds. The followers of Baji and Trimbak clashed at the Battle of Bilapur on April 1, 1731, and Trimbak was killed. In gratitude, Shahu gave the Peshwas and the Bhat family unchallenged control over Maratha. The victory in War of Succession with Tarabai led to Shahu becoming Chhatrapati Shahu, who also appointed Baji Rao's son as Peshwa in 1740, gave considerable authority to the Peshwas to command the Maratha armies, and they responded well during his reigns. At the time of his death in 1749, Shahu made the Peshwas his successors under these conditions. Shivaji's descendants, who remained as the titular Raja of Satara, were called Swami by the Peshwas who reported to them, and officially they were to seek guidance from the Raja. However, the Peshwa also became a ceremonial head of state after the Battle of Panipat and the death of Madhavra. Legacy: the first Peshwa to receive the status of a Pant Pradhan was Ramchandra Pant Amatya Bodkar in 1689 by Chhatrapati Rajaram. The first Deshmukh family Peshwa was Balaji Vishwanath Deshmukh. He was succeeded as Peshwa by his son Baji Rao I, who never lost a battle. Baji Rao and his son, Balaji Baji Rao, oversaw the period of greatest Maratha expansion, brought to an end by the Marathas' defeat by an Afghan army at the Third Battle of Panipat in 1761. The last Peshwa, Baji Rao II, was defeated by the British East India Company in the Battle of Khadki, which was a part of Third Anglo-Maratha War. The Peshwa's land was annexed to the British East India Company's Bombay province, and the Bajirai II, the Peshwa was pensioned off. Appointed and hereditary Peshwas. Notable generals and diplomats of Peshwas. See also. References